Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Grider Stadium, Mathis Field for Tullahoma High School baseball team senior night here for 2022. This is the day that most players have anticipated for 4 years and a lot of parents have dreaded. We're going to start tonight's festivities by announcing our players in order of number for our senior class. Number 4, Camden Quick. Camden Quick is the son of Jason and Beth Quick. He's graduating in the top 10% of his class. After graduating, he will attend the University of Tennessee in Knoxville, where he plans to pursue a degree in architecture. Go Vols. Camden's favorite memory is eating and hanging out with teammates after games. His teammates are what truly make this team special and enjoyable to be a part of. Some of his funniest memories are Coach Ricky's improper words, plays, the Flungo incident, and hit him in the head practice. Although not funny in the moment, considering how much we ran, these memories make him laugh in hindsight. Camden's dad has been the most influential person on his baseball career. He has attended every high school game for the last 2 years and will always support me and the THS baseball team without hesitation. Camden says, without him, I wouldn't be half as good as a player or teammate, so Dad, thank you. My best advice to the younger Wildcats is to continue to play the game you love and remember why you love the game. Baseball can and will be one of the most mentally challenging sports to play. At times, you can be on top of your game and can't seem to get enough baseball, and your very next at bat, you feel like the world got turned upside down. Baseball is a tough and draining sport, but will always remember why you love the game and choose to have fun playing with your teammates, because you never know when you have played your last game. Camden Quick. Next, stepping onto the field, number 5, Owen Stroup. Owen Stroup is the son of Richie Stroup and Amanda Benedict. Owen has been a member of the THS football and baseball team while attending THS. After graduation, Owen will be studying the electrical program at Southeast Lineman Training Center located in Georgia. Owen's favorite memory of his high school baseball career is getting back on the team. His funniest memory is Coach Morris being his teacher for a week. The most influential person during his baseball career is his dad. Owen's best advice to the younger Wildcats is to work even when no one is watching. Number 5, Owen Stroup. Number 6, Trenton Sholey. Trenton is the son of Adam and Melissa Sholey. Trenton is graduating with honors from THS. He will be continuing his academics and athletics at Vol State. Trenton's favorite memory during his high school career is going to Topgolf at the end of last season with his teammates and coaches. His funniest memory is Flungo and hit him in the head practice. The most influential person on his baseball career is his dad. Trenton's best advice to the younger Wildcats is don't take any practice or game for granted. Number 9, Joseph Duncan. Joseph Duncan is the son of John and Heather Duncan. He has maintained a 4.0 GPA throughout his high school career while also a member of the football, basketball, and baseball teams. Joseph plans to attend Tennessee Tech University in Cookeville to pursue a degree in business. Joe's favorite memory during his high school career is going to Topgolf with his teammates and coaches at the end of last season. His funniest memory is Coach Morris throwing his fungo bat over the stadium. The most influential people on his baseball career are his dad and his brothers. Joe's best advice to the younger Wildcats is to work behind closed doors. Number 9, Joseph Duncan. Number 10, Jacob Dixon. Jacob Dixon is the son of Carl Dixon and Lisa Dixon. Jacob is a 4-year member of the football, basketball, and baseball team. He will be attending Motlow State Community College after graduation. Jacob's favorite memory during his high school career is talking to Coach Hoover. Some of his funniest memories are flungo and the throw it at his head practice. Jacob's most influential person on his baseball career is his brother Chase. His best advice to the younger Wildcats is don't take it for granted. Number 17, Brody Melton. Brody Melton is the son of Sam Melton and Amy Morris. He is graduating with honors and is a 4-year member of the football, basketball, and baseball teams. He will be attending Vol State and continuing his baseball career there. His favorite baseball memory is hitting a no-doubt home run against Oakland to start the season. Brody's funniest memory is hitting a home run off of Coach Morris. The most influential people on his baseball career are his family. Brody's best advice to the younger Wildcats is to have fun, play to win, and remember that it's a game. Number 17, Brody Melton. Number 21, DJ Dillahay. DJ Dillahay is the son of Woody and Ginger Dillahay. DJ is a member of the math team and DECA. He is also the class of 2022 valedictorian. He will be continuing his academic and athletic career at Brown University. His favorite memory during his high school career is bus rides back after a win. DJ's funniest memory is flungo. The most influential person on his baseball career is his dad. His best advice to the younger Wildcats is that baseball is a kid's game, so make sure that you're having fun. Number 21, DJ Dillahay. Number 22, Jaden Eggleston. Jaden Eggleston is the son of Reggie Barnes and Deanna Eggleston. After graduation, he plans to attend Motlow State Community College. His favorite memory during high school baseball was his walk-off hit against Marion County to win the game. Jaden's funniest memory is "What do you show?" The most influential people during his baseball career are his parents, teammates, and the THS coaches. His best advice to the younger Wildcats is to keep working hard and enjoy the time you have together. Number 22, Jaden Eggleston. Number 23, Cannon Emery. Cannon Emery is the son of Todd and Ginger Emery. Cannon is graduating in the top 10% of his class. He has been accepted to Tickle College of Engineering at the University of Tennessee in Knoxville to pursue a degree in aerospace engineering. Go Vols. His favorite memory of high school baseball was closing the Marshall County game and clinching the win. To celebrate the shutout, the POs got to have batting practice. Cannon's funniest memory was when Coach Morris called for a helicopter to come dry off the field for a tournament game. His most influential people in his baseball career are his whole family. Cannon's best advice to the younger Wildcats is stick together, play hard for each other, embrace the brotherhood, and enjoy every moment. It goes fast. Number 23, Cannon Emery. And fast it does go. This is our last senior for the night. Number 30, Reagan Tomlin. Reagan Tomlin is the son of Barry and Vicki Tomlin. He is graduating with honors, is a member of the National Honor Society, and a 7-time TSSAA Academic Award recipient. He plans to attend Motlow State Community College. Reagan's favorite memory is having home run derbies on windy days. The most influential people in his baseball career are his parents. His best advice to the younger Wildcats is don't wish your time in high school away. It goes fast. And ladies and gentlemen, number 30, Reagan Tomlin. It does go fast, and this will conclude the announcement of our seniors tonight at Tullahoma High School. If we could have everybody gather in the center so Miss Erin Douglas could take your picture. Time flies when you're having fun, guys. Have you had fun? Looks like they've had fun. I know there's some tears and cheers going on out there in the infield. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for the 2022 graduating class at Tullahoma High School baseball. Ladies and gentlemen, Star Physical Therapy is our game ball sponsor tonight. They are located at 1435 Cedar Lane here in Tullahoma. They offer the best physical therapy and sports medicine available in your hometown. Give them a call at 931-393-4494 to schedule an appointment. Thank you to Star for supporting your THS Wildcats. And representing Star Physical Therapy tonight on the mound is Blake Melton, throwing to his senior brother, Brody Melton, for a strike. Ladies and gentlemen, Blake Melton also hit his first home run over the fence last night for the Red Sox. Give Blake and Brody a big round of applause. Thank you to Star Physical Therapy for being our game ball sponsor tonight. Also, we've got a really special treat for you. Our national anthem tonight will be sung by senior Kaylee Smith. All right, we got a little anxious on that, but we're excited for Kaylee Smith to sing our national anthem. If you would, please rise now and remove your hats. It's off. Flip it up to on. Just let them get lined up. Once they get lined up, you're good to go.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Never miss your favorite shows again. For an additional $7 a month along with your digital television service, LightTube Cloud DVR lets you record up to 8 programs at the same time, receive 500 gigabytes of cloud storage and whole home DVR. Call TUA Customer Service to add LightTube Cloud DVR to your digital television service today at 455-4515.
Welcome to Grider Stadium, Jerry Mathis Field in Tullahoma, Tennessee. Tonight, the Tullahoma Wildcats close out their home baseball season by hosting the Community Vikings. Good evening and welcome to the LightTube Sports Network. Our producer's Chris Barstad, along with me, Zach Birdsong. I'm Scott Chastain. We'll bring you the play-by-play, all the action here tonight as Tullahoma takes on Community, the Battle of 41A. And stepping to the plate for Community leading off is Mackie Fleming against DJ Dillahay. And Fleming grounds at the second. Scoop and throw. In time, out number 1.
Quick out there from the Wildcats. Good start for DJ Dillahay on the mound for the Wildcats.
Dillahay on the mound tonight. The catcher is Jaron Morris. At first base, Reagan Tomlin. Second base is Wade Collins. At shortstop,
Brody Melton.
is Brody Melton.
No, excuse me. That's third base.
Third base, yeah. Shortstop is Evan Tomlin. In left field is Owen Stroup. In center field, Joe Duncan. And in right field, Jaden Eggleston. So that's your somewhat sloppy Wildcat defense. Not sloppy defense, but sloppy announcing. 1-1 to count on the Community leadoff hitter, DJ Dillahay. First time we've had DJ on Light Tube this season pitching. So we're excited.
Yep, this is Corey Patrick at bat now for the Community right now after Mackie Fleming grounded out to second base to start this contest.
1-2 the count on Mackie, or on Patrick. Dillahay delivers, struck him out. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch from DJ. 2 outs here in the top of the first. And now stepping in is
Mason Russell coming up to
Mason Russell. Take me a minute to get used to Mr. Birdsong's writing. A bit small. I'm a bit old. Russell steps in here. Nobody on. 2 outs.
Pitch a little bit inside there from DJ.
Regular season nearing its end here in 2022 baseball.
DJ works the outside there, able to get a called strike there. Brings the count to 1-1 now.
What is the Wildcats' overall record now?
They are 16-12 on the season right now.
16-12, and in District 8 AAA?
They are 4-6 against district opponents.
And that tournament will start, what, next week?
Yes, sir. Starts next week.
Playoff time. This is when the Wildcats need to be playing their best, heading into May. Pitch is outside. 2-2 the count.
Yeah, you mentioned the Wildcats needing to get off to continue that momentum. They're right now on a 7-2 in the last 9 games, so they're starting to get it going a little bit. Only 2 mishaps in there were against district opponents where they split series.
Swung on and missed. Gets away from Morris, but he tags him, and that's out number 3. 3 up and 3 down for DJ Dillahay in the top of the first. Tullahoma and Community are scoreless on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Did you know that Tullahoma Utilities Authority has a solar farm right here in Tullahoma? For as little as $4 a month, you can support solar energy production and breathe a little easier, knowing you're taking positive action to reduce your carbon footprint. Call 455-4515 today.
Leading off for the Tullahoma Wildcats.
Welcome back to Grider Stadium. We move to the bottom of the first. Tullahoma will have its top 3 in the order. Dillahay, Duncan, and Morris against Morris, the pitcher for Community. DJ Dillahay's performed well since he got moved into this leadoff role for the Wildcats. Zach mentioned Tullahoma 7-2 in their last 9, so playing their best baseball of the season right now.
Yeah, they are, and DJ's been a key instrument to getting those Wildcats started during that stretch of games.
Morris gets the breaking ball over the outside corner. 0-2 the count on DJ. Fastball driven down the third base line. That's a fair ball. Dillahay's going to get 2 because he's really fast. Stand-up double to lead off for the Tullahoma Wildcats.
Now to the plate,
and we've got a runner in scoring position with Joe Duncan stepping in. Duncan playing center field tonight as he has all year.
That was a great at-bat by DJ there, able to make the adjustment with the 0-2 counts. Great to see him take that ball to left field.
Absolutely, yeah. So Duncan with an opportunity to at least move DJ over, if not get him home. A hit to the right side of the infield should move DJ to third. A base hit will score him probably. Little low, 1-0 the count on Duncan. Joe and DJ, a couple of the seniors honored here tonight on senior night. They've both been playing Tullahoma baseball for a long time.
Yep, they were 2 of 10 seniors that were honored here tonight, so it's going to be missing quite a bit of players from next year's roster.
Morris looks to second, now delivers Duncan down the first base line. That one's foul. So the count goes to 1-2 on Joe.
I ain't got it. That's the first distillery. I'll be done. Maybe we hit like 2 or 3 over the weekend.
Ball gets away from Community's catcher, so Dillahay trots to third. Tullahoma's 90 feet away from taking the lead here. Nobody out, bottom of the first inning. 2-2 count on Joe Duncan.
I'm not sure which one it is. Probably the short side.
Aside from a home run, this is probably the best start you could hope for the Wildcats so far.
They got the shift on, man.
Huge shift.
Duncan with a 2-2 count.
Yeah. Usually it's a deep.
Morris delivers. Duncan grounder to second. It's going to be an out, but it's going to be an RBI for Joe Duncan as DJ Dillahay scores and Tullahoma leads 1-0. Score that one 4-3 on the ground out. RBI for Duncan. So Jaron Morris steps in with nobody on, 1 out, his team on top.
And here we got the 2 seniors working together. We got the 2 seniors working together to drive in that first run, so good start on here on senior night.
Morris, the sophomore, pops it into right field. That's going to be trouble. It falls fair, and Morris is going to stop it first. Boy, that ball just had seeing eyes as it fell right between Community's first baseman, second baseman, and right fielder. And Jaron Morris is on with a single as Reagan Tomlin steps in with a chance to keep the rally going.
Run for Jaron Morris. Number 19, Balin Tootin.
Balin Tootin in to run for Morris at first. And Reagan Tomlin at the plate.
Come on, Ray.
Got Tomlin, Melton, and Tomlin. Next 3 in the order. 1 out here, runner at first. Tootin. Morris. Eyes Tootin. Short lead. Inside and tight. Ball 1. Chris, any other sport activities this week for Light 2? Next week?
Only thing next week we will have our Drinking Water Week festivities live starting at 3:30 on Thursday. But this is our last sports production for the season.
See you about August 22nd, I think it is, something like that.
On a Thursday night.
That's right. 1-1 the count on Tomlin. Throw to first. They got him. Tootin just inching and leaning his way towards second. And Morris throws to first and picks him off. So 2 down now.
Yeah, Tootin was ready to go on that pitch. A good move from Morris there on the mound to turn back to first base and get Tootin for the out.
So 1-1 the count on Tomlin. Nobody on now. 2 down. Gets away from the catcher. 2-1 to count. Reagan Tomlin, left-hander against the southpaw Morris. Lefty on lefty crime. Tomlin fouls it back this way. Just a few feet below Zach Birdsong's face.
Yeah, I couldn't quite stretch out and grab that one there.
You know, back in the old days when I used to listen to the Braves announcers, they had nets. And they would get the net out to catch foul balls.
Oh, Chris.
There's a drive. Way back. That ball is foul. Boy, Tomlin gave it a ride. And it's
Whoa,
foul
it hit
against the
foul
fence.
Is it gone?
Yeah, it's a home run. It hit the foul pole.
It's hit the foul pole, so Reagan Tomlin hit it out. Community's asking for a ruling, but
That ball,
yeah,
it
it was a shot, and then it looked like it just kind of fell into foul territory, but it hit off the foul pole. So home run Reagan Tomlin, and Tullahoma leads 2-0. Boy, that was a line shot.
Yeah, you mentioned it. From our perspective, it kind of looked like it just fell a little bit short there, but it hits off that bottom part of that foul post for the home run.
Seems like it should be called the fair pole, shouldn't it?
Yep.
Brody Melton steps in, outside 1-0. If it's fair when it hits the pole, it should be the fair pole. But it's not. But that's why we love baseball, because it's goofy. There's a shot into center field that falls in for a base hit. Melton's on first with a single. Tell you what, Morris on the mound is fooling nobody dressed in cardinal and black.
Your Tullahoma Wildcats.
Evan Tomlin now with an opportunity. Runner at first, 2 down. Well, solid contact has been the order of the day here in the bottom of the first for Tullahoma.
It has, and you've got a really good contact hitter at the plate now, and Evan Tomlin, who's shown a lot. He's a sophomore so far and had a heck of a season so far for the Wildcats.
Tomlin fouls it back. He's another 3-sport athlete for Tullahoma. It's a lot of time on the football field, a lot of time on the basketball court. Just a sophomore. He's going to be one of the leaders of this class over the next couple of years. Tullahoma's got a lot of good sophomore athletes. Morris delivers. Tomlin, good eye there.
And he's got off speed, too.
21 to count, 2 down. Runner at first is Brody Melton. Morris working a little faster now. Tomlin fouls it away.
Yeah, we mentioned the end of the season the Wildcats have had in the last 9 games 7-2. The last time they actually played here at Grider Stadium, Tomlin and Ken and Emery tossed a no-hitter together. So
Really? Against
Spring Hill.
Nice. That's a district game, correct?
There were a few balls in the but no hits.
2-2 the count, 2 outs. Runner at first. Just a bit outside. 3-2. Good eye by Evan Tomlin.
Come on, he drops
Here with Melton on first.
how deep we are on that field.
Tullahoma leads 2-0 on a beautiful night,
Right field.
late April at Grider Stadium. Made for baseball. There goes the runner, swung on and missed, gets away from the catcher. Tomlin's got great speed, throw to first. No, the throw is off target, and Melton's going to end up at third. Tomlin's going to be safe at first, and Tullahoma has runners on the corners now
Up to the plate for your
for
hometown Tullahoma Wildcats, second baseman,
Wade Collins.
number 11, Wade
Another
Collins.
Collins, a rare junior in Tullahoma athletics this year. Not a lot of members of the junior class. Collins is one.
Yep. Tullahoma just with 4 juniors on its roster, as you just mentioned there. So
Swung on and missed, strike one. And that was true of the football team as well.
And softball team.
Softball team. At the banquet when they called up the juniors, it was thin. There goes the runner. Pitch is high. And that's a stolen base for Evan Tomlin.
yeah, at that point, community just wants to eat that ball and focused on getting Wade Collins out at the plate.
Melton at third, Tomlin at second. Collins with a real opportunity here. There's a high pop, short, right field, and it is caught for out number 3. So Tullahoma strands a couple, but the Wildcats played a couple. We go to the second. Tullahoma leads 2-0 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Headed to the second inning.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority Light Tube Fiber Internet offers true gigabit service to our customers. We pride ourselves on speed, but the backbone of that speed is local tech support, unmatched customer service, and professional service technicians. To sign up, call 455-4515 to gain the reassurance of Light Tube reliability.
We move to the top of the second here. Community will lead off with the pitcher Dylan Morris. And then after Morris, we've got what we decide that was.
We got Gage Underwood coming up.
Gage Underwood and Sam Holly in the hole for the Vikings against DJ Dillahay. Tullahoma on top 2-0. Nice rally in the bottom of the first. Good to see the Tullahoma bats active and alive, hitting a lot of sharp balls, whether they were outs or hits.
Yeah, Tullahoma executed in that bottom of the first half inning and jumped on. Great start. That's what you want exactly on senior night.
So Dylan Morris can help himself. He's ahead on the count, 2-0. Dillahay trying to find the plate. Morris helped him out a little. Swing and foul tip back. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Couldn't get him to chase that time on that pitch down and outside.
Zach, of course, is the communications director for Tullahoma City Schools. And there's a shot to third base. Nice attempt by Melton, but it gets past him. And Morris is on first with a hit. So he helped himself.
That is the first Wildcat hit allowed in the last 8+ innings.
Well, it had to end sometime.
Yep.
Gage Vanderwood. I don't know. What is it, Zach?
It's Gage Underwood.
Underwood, Vanderwood.
My handwriting's a little
Hollywood.
sloppy.
Dillahay's pitch inside, 0-1 the count.
Last couple pitches, DJ seems to be throwing the ball down and outside, just missing outside, so tries to get set again.
Short lead at first for Morris. Dillahay's pitch just a little low. 2-0 the count. So once you get a lead at home, you don't want to give the opposition free opportunities to get back in the game.
Right.
Dillahay 2-0. Swung on and fouled back on what was ball 3. It's 2-1. Maybe ball 3. Dillahay 2-1 the count. There's an attempted bunt, fouled away off of Morris, and Morris got a stinger. He'll try to walk it off. The umpires will give him a minute. One of the things I always like about baseball is just like this intuition that umpires have when a guy needs to walk off of something, you know, they just kind of pause for a minute.
It's certainly helpful. After the discussion, looks like DJ is good to go back out there on the mound.
Nobody out, 2-2 the count. Morris is fine. Easy to say up here. Underwood steps in. Glance to first. Short lead. Dillahay's pitch way inside. Gets away from Morris, and Morris kind of hobbling. Goes back to the backstop. But Morris, the runner for Community, goes to second on the wild pitch. And the count is 3-2 now against Underwood.
And as you mentioned, Wildcats hold a 2-0 lead in this one. Grab that in the bottom of the first half of the inning, and this is a crucial at bat now.
There's a high pop. Melton giving chase. Melton unable to cradle it in. It would have been a Willie Mays over the head catch, basket catch by Melton.
Yeah, he tried to barehand it actually on that play.
Sort of overran it a little bit. I'm sure the little breeze has probably danced a little bit. So the count remains 3-2. Nobody out. Runner at second. And Gage Underwood steps in there with a chance to drive in a run for the Community Vikings. Fouled it right back this way. Chris Barstad never flinched.
No, we really need a net up here, though, so we can start to grab some of those balls that come up this way.
That's right. Why don't you take care of that for us, Zach?
Next time, I'll bring one.
Yeah, Tullahoma City Schools to buy us about a 12-footer. You got all that pull now.
Oh, yeah.
3-2 pitch. There's a grounder to second. Scooped up, throw to first. In time, Collins to Tomlin. One down here in the top of the second. Community's Morris advances to third on the field on the grounder.
Sam Holly.
That's 4-3 in the scorebook. Sam Holly steps in. Holly, the right fielder for the Vikings. Needs a hit or a out to the right side of the field to try to score his runner.
Yeah, if you're Holly, your approach at the plate is just to make contact. Try to move that runner and try to get that runner across the plate, breaking this deficit a little bit.
Dillahay gets the corner, strike one. DJ delivers. Inside. Gets away from Morris. And that wild pitch is going to score Dylan Morris for Community. And the Vikings have cut the Wildcat lead in half, 2-1 Tullahoma. And Community did that, without benefit of a hit?
No, they had one hit.
They had one hit. Morris led off the inning with a
That's right.
with a single to left field.
But still, that's a small ball run right there. Tullahoma mistakes. Inside.
Get off my plate.
2-1 now on Holly.
Yep,
One out.
DJ struggling with a little bit of control right now.
Swung on and missed. Strike two.
Helps whenever those community batters help him out, though.
Did it again.
Curveball. Strike three called. Dillahay punches Holly out for out number two.
That was a great series of adjustments out there for DJ on the mound. That's his third strikeout on the evening.
Blaine Pascal steps in.
Evan and Brody did switch.
Pascal is the third baseman for the Vikings. And DJ delivers. Ball one.
As just was pointed out, we actually did have a switch in the infield as Brody moved to shortstop and Evan Tomlin moves over to third base for the Wildcats.
That's interesting. If Kim were here, he would give us some hypothesis of why that happened. But
Well,
without Kim, we just don't know.
yeah, we'll just be left guessing.
Yeah, maybe Brody said, I want to play shortstop. Evan said, okay. 2-0 the count, 2 outs. Nobody on for the Vikings. They've got one in here in the top of the second. That pitch is low, ball three. DJ to me just seems like he's overthrowing a little bit.
It kind of seems like that with his motion.
He's trying to overthrow. That catches the outside corner. 2-1, 2-2 the count.
Said 2-2.
Dillahay delivers, swung on and missed. He struck him out. So DJ gets out of a jam, allows a run, but that's it. We move to the bottom of the second. Tullahoma leads Community 2-1 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Is lag hurting your gaming? Is a weak signal stalling your social media posts? Are constant updates slowing down your productivity? TUA Lighttube has a solution. Enroll in our mesh router service starting at $9.95 a month. With the ability to cover your home with increased signal strength, you can increase productivity and whole home happiness. Start winning today by calling TUA Lighttube customer service at 455-4515.
Tullahoma leads Community 2-1 as we move to the bottom of the second inning. For the Wildcats, Owen Stroup, Jaden Eggleston, and DJ Dillahay.
Owen Stroup.
Stroup, another senior.
Another multiple sport athlete for the Wildcats as well. He was instrumental for the Wildcats on the football field.
Absolutely critical key cog in that undefeated state championship football team was Owen Stroup. Made big plays all year. Takes a strike. 0-1 the count.
Pitch was a little bit low there, brings the count to 1-1 now.
Stroup, just a huge gap in right field. He could go the other way. He could get 2 or 3. High and outside, 2-1 the count on Owen. More Stroups on the way. I was talking to him before the game. Zach, it'll just be 2 or 3 short years, and we'll have another group of Stroups.
Yeah, seems like there's a just constant rotation of Stroups coming in and out.
Has been ever since I started doing this. Seriously. And Owen draws a walk. Nice for the Tullahoma Wildcats. Owen Stroup leads off with a base on balls.
Yeah, good patient at bat there for Owen to get on base for the Wildcats. Morris out there for Communities struggling a little bit.
Jaden Eggleston steps in for the Wildcats. Jaden, another senior on this squad. I expect this team to get hot come playoff time. I really do. A lot of seniors, a lot of experience.
No, I agree fully with you, Scott. I think, as you mentioned, there's 10 seniors on the squad. I think a lot of those guys are going to step up towards once the district tournament gets underway next week.
I mean, these guys are winners. They know how to win. Throw over to first. Stroup back in time. Eggleston 0-1 the count. Jaden looking to start a rally. That's inside, gets away from the catcher, and Stroup will easily make it to second. Tullahoma's got a runner in scoring position with a 1-1 count. More wild pitches here in the first 2 innings than you see in whole games.
Yeah, from both sides, not just on Community, but Tullahoma also struggling with throwing some wild pitches as well.
Plate's dancing on these pitchers. A little bit low that time. 2-1 the count on Eggleston. No right field rowdies tonight. Taking the Friday night off. Oh, they're somewhere with a fire, just not here. There's a drive into right field, but it is caught. There goes Stroup. He'll make it to third. And Eggleston has done his job, which was advance the runner in a 2-1 game.
Yeah, that was great base running by Owen Stroup out there at second base, able to tag up on the play.
So Stroup at third with 1 out, and we go back to the top of the order with DJ Dillahay.
DJ lined a double into left field during his first at-bat.
Rocked it. Community pulls in its infield. They want to try to get the play at the plate, and there's a strike on Dillahay. So I hope the catcher's ready for Owen Stroup, because I got a feeling, he's not going easy if he comes.
Nope, he'll be ready to make a tackle.
There's a grounder to short, base hit. No play at the plate because Owen Stroup trots across the plate as DJ Dillahay gets the single and the RBI. Tullahoma leads 3-1, solidly hit ground ball right back through the box.
Your hometown Tullahoma Wildcats, number 9, Joe.
Yeah, there wasn't much that Community could do right there with the liner like that.
1 out, Tullahoma leads 3-1. Dillahay great speed at first, and Duncan steps in. Joe is 0 for 1 tonight.
Yeah, he grounded out to second base during his first at-bat, but he did get the RBI after Dillahay was able to score on that play.
1-0 the count on Duncan. Later start tonight. If you're tuning in, there goes Dillahay. Swung on and missed. Throw down to second, not in time. DJ steals second. Tullahoma's got stolen bases all night at second base if they want it. So Dillahay steals second and 1-1 count with 1 out to Duncan.
Yeah, that's the second stolen base for the Wildcats on the evening.
Morris from the stretch, way inside, gets away from his catcher. And Dillahay goes to third on the wild pitch. Every time it's the pitch is like that, the catcher, when it's toward the batter, whether it's a lefty or a righty, he just can't get it.
No, it doesn't quite seem that way.
It's not like it's going in the dirt or up over his head, Zach. He just not able to get those that are close to the batter, which is good. We like that. 2-1 to count, 1 out, runner at third. Duncan reaches out and grounds it to short. It's going to be a tough play. Joe can run. He beat it. He bobbled a little bit by the shortstop. Dillahay scores, by the way. Give Duncan the RBI. Bobbled a little bit by the shortstop. I don't know if he gets him, if he fields it cleanly. I know how Ken Keller would score that. A hit for the Wildcats.
Well, since Ken's not here, I'll go ahead and mark it as a hit in my scorebook.
There you go. You got that bracelet on. What would Ken do? 1 out here now. Runner at first for Tullahoma. 4-1 lead. And it's Jaron Morris at the plate. Morris on Morris.
Yeah, Morris lined a single into right field during his first at-bat.
Hit it hard.
Oh, yeah, hung up there.
Morris swing and a miss, strike 2. Tullahoma aggressive against Dylan Morris. And why not? You're up 4-1, bottom of the second. 1 out, runner at first. Senior night. It's time to swing. And Morris does and fouls it back.
You know, I'm definitely bringing the net next time I call one of these games.
There's only one problem that I'm sure you've noticed, Zach, is there's a big window in front of you and you can't open it.
No. Hadn't even tried, but yeah.
Fouled away by Morris. He stays alive. He still banged it off that same foot that the pitch went off of in the top of the inning, and Morris is just like, man, give my foot a break. 0-2 the count on Jaron with 1 out. There goes Duncan. Grounder, right side, beautiful hit and run by Tullahoma. Duncan will stretch to third. Morris has a hit at first. He's really limping. But Tullahoma's got runners on the corners with 1 out. That's about as well as you can execute a hit and run.
Yeah, that was absolute perfection there for the Wildcats on the hit and run.
Duncan took off. It drew the second baseman towards the bag, and that's right where Morris hit it. Avery Smith comes in to run for Jaron Morris. So Smith at first, Dillahay at third, and Reagan Tomlin steps in, the left-hander against the left-hander Morris. Tomlin flied out to hit it to center.
Tomlin actually hit a solo home run to right field during his first at-bat.
I'm so out of it tonight. He sure did. Hit the fair pole in right field. There's one in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. Run will score. That's in the form of Duncan. Tullahoma leads 5-1. And
Avery Smith able to make it over to third base on that same wild pitch.
You can get that at Grider Stadium. That catcher's getting tired. You can see him. He's tired of getting up and going after those pitches. So he's going to get slower and slower at doing that all night.
Yeah, that was actually Morris's 4th wild pitch on the evening for Community.
5-1 Wildcats after Duncan scored. Reagan Tomlin took a rip at it.
Yeah, he was trying to hit another home run on that pitch right there.
Might as well. Give it a shot. Now you play it a different way. 1-2 the count, 1 out. Reagan just needs to keep the rally going. And there's a line drive, base hit, left center field. And the run scores. Tullahoma leads 6-1. Beautiful hitting by the Wildcats. Tomlin Just laced it right into left center.
Now up to the plate.
That was a good adjustment at bat by Reagan.
Yeah, it
there.
really was, Zach. We got 2 strikes, and so he changed his approach and shortened his swing and just made contact. That's what it's about. Brody Melton steps in now with a runner at first and 1 out. Tullahoma leads 6-1.
Yeah, Brody singled in his first bat. That bat hit a line drive into center field for the Wildcats.
Breaking ball misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Morris delivers. High and outside, 2-0. So even though this is our last live broadcast, sports broadcast of the season for Light Tube, over the next 3 months, Channel 23, is going to play a lot of those 15 football games from last year. So keep watching 23. Even though we're not live, you'll see these baseball games, some basketball, but I suspect as we move into July and August, we're going to get a lot of football, and I'm excited about watching those again.
Yeah, Scott, how many times have you gone back and watched that state title game?
More than I care to say.
Still get your heart rate up.
Yeah, I still think we're going to get beat. Morris delivers. High walk to Brody Melton. Tullahoma with Reagan Tomlin at second, Melton at first. Evan Tomlin will step in. Cats lead at 6-1. 1 out.
Evan Tomlin.
And Dylan Morris, he's not having much success at the plate. He got the Wildcats. He got 3 outs in the first inning, but Tullahoma hit the ball hard a lot. So far, the Cats have scored 4 here in the second.
Yep, and judging based on Community's bullpen right now, Morris is out there to go. It's his game.
Well, let's hope it's a short night for him. Give up about 15. Strike 1 on Evan Tomlin.
Evan struck out in his first at-bat, but was able to get down to first base on a pitch that got away from the catcher there.
Sure did, and the catcher's throw to first missed him by 6 feet. There's a high pop, right field, can of corn, caught, and the runners will stay put at first and second. Good quick throw in by the right fielder.
Stepping up to bat.
Now it's up to Wade Collins with 2 down, 2 on for the Wildcats.
Collins.
Yeah, Collins flew out to right field during his first at-bat.
He put it on the ground between first and second. He's got a huge hole.
Yeah, right now Collins has a huge hole towards that first in between second and first there. If he can somehow make contact and add to this Wildcat lead.
And he does. Tried to go that way, but fouls it away, and it's 0-2. Evan Tomlin steps back in. 0-2 count on him. Evan Tomlin.
Wade Collins up there.
Wade Collins. Oh, anesthesia is a powerful thing. It doesn't wear off real quick. I'm fuzzy. Waiting for baseballs.
Yeah, hit so many out of play.
I always spot one up here that looks like it's going to get left, but then by the time the game's over and I go down there, it's always gone.
Not going to get to claim that souvenir.
Yeah. So runners at first and second, 2 down, 0-2 count to Collins. Pitch, grounder to second. Going to throw to first in time for out number 3. Tullahoma strands a couple, but plates 4. We move to the third. The Wildcats lead the Vikings 6-1 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Well, Light Tube specifically played into our mission when we separated from our parent company and became an employee stock ownership program. We had to be disconnected from a large network and exist on our own. We needed relatively high speed connectivity, which we got at about a 200% discount with Like Tube. Businesses can get beyond what most businesses in the country can get from Like Tube as far as internet connectivity.
Welcome back to Grider Stadium, along with Chris Barstad and Zach Birdsong. I'm Scott Shasteen. You're watching the Like Tube Sports Network. This broadcast is the exclusive property of Like Tube, and you're not allowed to use it unless you get written permission from TUA. DJ Dillahay set to work his third inning against Community, and Community's number 8 hitter, number 8 hitter, Drew Harris is in, the DH. And there's a grounder to second.
Be Eggleston, or not
Morris
fielding that.
Yeah, let's reset that infield. Wade Collins is now at first base. Jaron Morris is at second. Evan Tomlin at shortstop. Brody Melton is at third. Jaden Eggleston is the catcher, and Dillahay remains the pitcher. In left field, Stroup. Center field, Duncan. Right field, Reagan Tomlin. One out, and bottom of the order for Community, Stratton Lowhorn, and Lowhorn grounds it into right field, base hit. Good, solid hit by Lowhorn.
Yeah, just a seeing nice single there on that one for Lowhorn.
And Community has a runner on with one out as they go back to the top of the order. And Fleming.
Yep, Mackie Fleming coming back up to bat. He grounded out to second base during his first at bat.
Sometimes, between the DH and the pitcher, sometimes you get 10 guys on your lineup and we get all out of order. But Zach Birdsong, experienced bookman.
Just have a few years under my belt.
I didn't really call him a bookie. He's an experienced bookman. One out, 0-1 to count. Pitch misses, 1-1. DJ Dillahay working on the mound for Tullahoma. Community gets some activity in its bullpen going. Throw to first. Back in time. Lowhorn on first.
L-O-V-D.
Lavorne.
Excuse me. All right. Way outside from DJ Dillahay. 2-1 to count.
Sky, you mentioned it earlier, but both pitchers seem to be struggling with consistency and just have been wide on their pitches so far, leading to a lot of wild pitches from both ends.
Dillahay misses inside, 3-1. The count.
Pitch just missed Fleming there.
3-1 pitch from DJ Dillahay. Swung on and missed. He struck him, or got the 3-2 count on him. Looked like ball 4.
Yeah, Fleming was ready to hit that ball as hard as he could.
Coach turned him loose on 3-1, and he was going to swing no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Pitch was well outside.
3-2 pitch. There's a grounder to third. Just foul, as Melton gave a stab at it. Couldn't come up with it, but it's a foul ball.
Yeah, he was trucking, trying to get to it. Almost made a good play there, but ball just went foul right before he was able to get to it.
So the count remains 3-2 on Fleming, with Lavorne at first. One out. Tullahoma on top, 6-1 here in the top of the third, as dusk begins to settle into Grider Stadium. Dillahay's pitch outside, and Community's got 2 on with 1 out.
Now to the plate for Community, second baseman number 12, Corey Patrick.
So Corey Patrick will step in for the Vikings with a chance to cut Tullahoma's lead a little bit. Right now it's 5.
Yeah, Patrick struck out in his first at bat as DJ made a great pitch to get him swinging.
Here's a high pop, right field. Tomlin and Duncan converge. Tomlin makes the catch. Quick throw to short, and the runners cannot advance. So good job by Reagan. 2 down now, and it's all up to Mason Russell, the number 3 hitter for the Vikings, with runners at first and second. His team desperately needs him to get on base.
Yeah, Russell also struck out in his first at-bat. As again, DJ made some really good pitches.
Looked so sharp in that first inning, just very sharp.
It was a very quick first inning for DJ. Struggled there in that second inning.
There's a liner to third, gets past Melton. Here comes the runner to home. Stroup makes the throw to third. Runner comes to third, and he is safe. So an RBI for Russell. And Community has cut the lead to 6-2. The Vikings have runners at first and third, and Morris steps in. Dylan Morris.
Yeah, Morris singled and hit a line drive single into left field during his first at-bat and ended up scoring Community's first run of the ball game.
I think the bullpen action for Community was actually warming up a catcher, not a pitcher.
Seems to be.
First pitch is a ball to Morris. Community threatening here with 2 outs, runners on the corners. Can Dillahey shut it down outside? Ball 2.
You mentioned it during the top of the second inning. It kind of seems like DJ's a little bit still overthrowing it a little bit there, leading to those pitches way outside.
There's a base hit to left field. Community scores another run and has runners at first and second. Tullahoma's lead cut in half now. The Wildcats up 6-3. Gage Underwood steps in.
Yeah, Underwood grounded out to second base during his first at-bat for Community.
Underwood, the first baseman for the Vikings. Breaking ball, gets away from Eggleston, but no harm done. But it is ball 1. Dillahey falling behind in the count consistently.
Yeah, after a quick first inning, he got, as you just mentioned, falling behind on a lot of these hitters, which is leading to some trouble for Dillahey.
There's a foul back this way. Ooh.
You timed that pretty well, Jeff.
Did that take out a car there, Scott?
Yeah, it took out the, I don't know, it's got a Nichols plate on it. I'm sure it's fine. 1-1 the count, 2 outs. 6-3 Tullahoma. Community hanging tough. They're not going away easy. Foul back. Fraser McEwing Park, a popular gathering spot for baseballs during games, as is Wilkins Stadium.
Those would be the 2 places I would hang out if I were a little kid trying to get one of those foul balls.
Yes. Over there by those trees back there. Dillahey's pitch, weak grounder to short. Tomlin scoops it up, going to have to throw it quick in time. Nice play, Evan Tomlin at short. And Tullahoma retires Community. However, the Vikings score 2. We move to the bottom of the third. Tullahoma leads Community 6-3 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority now has a branch at 501 West Lincoln Street. The drive-through only branch located in the old Citizens Tri-County Bank will be open on utility and light tube bill due dates and the day before and after a TUA observed holiday. Check a complete list of dates at tullahomautilities.com.
Welcome back to Grider Stadium. Tullahoma leads Community 6-3 as we make our way to the bottom of the third inning. Gage Underwood now on the mound for Community as the pitcher moves to first, and Underwood, who was on first, moves into the pitcher's mound. Owen Stroup will lead it off for the Wildcats. We have Stroup, Eggleston, and Dillahey.
Yeah, Stroup was able to work a walk during his last at-bat, which really got a 4-run inning started for the Wildcats.
Sure did. Led off the second. Started a rally. Stroup gives it a rip, fouls it out of play. Based on what we saw in warm-ups, we feel like the Wildcats have an opportunity to put up more runs. I'll say that conservatively. There's a breaking ball inside. 2-1 to Owen.
Yeah, the Wildcats are going to have to make some adjustments during the plate. Not going to be facing that same speed they saw with Morris out there on the mound.
But it is another left-hander. Stroup pops it up into right field. And he makes the play for out number 1.
Yeah, an easy play there for the outfielder for Community.
This time of night, I'm not sure there are any easy plays. Once they go in the air, you've been around here long enough, Zach. It gets this time of night, those balls start blending in with that sky here at Grider Stadium.
That is true.
You see more pop-ups between like 7 and 8 than pop-ups misplayed than any stadium I've ever been at.
That is true. I didn't take that into consideration whenever I said that.
Yeah, it's weird. Eggleston at the plate. 1-1 the count with 1 out. Jaden sacrifice fly his first time up.
Yeah, Underwood really seems to leave that ball hanging a lot there. Going to see if the Wildcats can take advantage of that once it finds the strike zone a little bit.
2-1 pitch. Eggleston. High pop left field. Gave it a nice little ride. About 20 feet in front of the fence. Out number 2. So we go back to the top of the order with DJ Dillahay. After my snide comments about the pitcher Underwood, he's simply set down the first 2 Wildcats.
Well, he'll try to get Dillahay for the first time on the night. Dillahay's 2 for 2 on the evening with the double and a single and an RBI for the Wildcats.
Slow breaking ball inside, ball 1. Same pitch. Dillahay pops it to right field. But it is caught for out number 3. So Tullahoma hits 3 to the outfield, all of them caught, 3 up and 3 down. We move to the 4th with the Cats on top 6-3 here on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Never miss your favorite shows again. For an additional $7 a month along with your digital television service, Light Tube Cloud DVR lets you record up to 8 programs at the same time, receive 500 gigabytes of cloud storage and whole home DVR. Call TUA Customer Service to add LightTube Cloud DVR to your digital television service today at 455-4515.
So Tullahoma leads Community 6-3. And the Wildcats, is that still Dillahay?
Yep, still Dillahay out on the mound.
DJ on the mound for the Cats as Sam Holly steps in for Community. First pitch, low and outside, ball 1.
Yeah, Holly struck out during his first at-bat against Dillahay.
Star Physical Therapy is our game ball sponsor tonight. We appreciate them. They are key supporters of Tullahoma High School athletics, as are many others here in town. We appreciate them all as they contribute to successful programs. Dillahay high and tight on Holly. Holly hits the ground. No harm done. 2-1 the count.
Yeah, it's the times you just got to duck and get out of the way on those pitches.
And you don't see baseball players at bat move much anymore when a pitch is coming at them. They just get hit, but that one was coming right at the head. Swung on and missed. 2-2 the count on Holly. Speaking of getting hit, I'm glad I don't play for the Mets. Man, those guys, they're getting hit like 2 or 3 times every game. Something's going on. Check swing, strike 3 on Holly, and Dillahay sets him down for out number 1. Blaine
Pascal.
Pascal steps in for Community. Yes, it is the last game of the year
And
for me.
Pascal stuck out during his first at-bat against Dillahay.
Pitch is low. Ball 1.
I got some of those right field rowdies out there.
So congratulations to former Coffee County Red Raider and Tennessee Volunteer Alante Taylor. Alante drafted number 49 in the 20. There's a high shot, right center field. Reagan Tomlin camps under it, makes the play for out number 2. Alante drafted in the 49th spot in the 2022 NFL draft. Goes to the New Orleans Saints.
That is a great pick from the Saints there, who already have an outstanding defense to begin with, so it'd be great to see how Alante fits in with that Saints defense.
Glad to see him in the NFC South. We'll get to watch him more because those games are on more. So that's good. Good for Alante. Congratulations to the former Coffee County Red Raider. Played his youth ball here in Tullahoma, coached by one Ken Keller, and Ken has just remained close to the family. I'm sure they are celebrating tonight, as they should.
This is Drew Harris at bat for Community right now.
1-1 to count on Harris with 2 down. DJ Dillahay trying to finish off the top of the 4th here.
He was able to get Harris to ground out during his first at-bat.
Well, that was a beautiful breaking ball right there. That broke a foot. And Harris had no chance. 1-2 the count. DJ delivers. Swung on foul tip. Harris remains alive. Probably took that one off the leg. Off the bat and then the leg.
Seems to be okay, though.
He's got padding.
Yep.
Dillahay's pitch inside, 2-2 count. With 2 down, nobody on here. DJ trying to finish off the inning. This game's creeping by. In the dirt, 3-2 the count now.
Yeah, after a 1-2 start to the at-bat, DJ's falling behind now with his last 2 pitches.
Sharp grounder out of play down the third base line.
Harris just was a bit early on that one.
Zach, you know what happens in the 5th inning, don't you?
No. What happens?
You do play-by-play.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Got to get thrown into the fire, buddy.
I'm sorry, listeners.
Old men can't make these 3-hour games anymore. Swung on and missed. He struck Harris out, and DJ Dillahay gets him 1-2-3 in the top of the 4th. We move to the bottom of the inning. Cats on top 6-3 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Did you know that Tullahoma Utilities Authority has a solar farm right here in Tullahoma? For as little as $4 a month, you can support solar energy production and breathe a little easier, knowing you're taking positive action to reduce your carbon footprint. Call 455-4515.
Welcome back to Grider Stadium on the Light Tube Sports Network. We're here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Tullahoma with a 6-3 lead over Community right now. With Joe Duncan coming to bat to start the inning for the Wildcats. Got Joe Duncan, Jaron Morris, and Reagan Tomlin up for Tullahoma during this half inning. Here's the first pitch. Finds the outside edge. Strike 1 for Joe Duncan. Joe is 1 for 2 on the evening. Grounded out to second base during his first at-bat, and then hit an infield single to shortstop and drove in DJ Dillhay during that at-bat to help give the Wildcats a 6-3 advantage. Duncan gets a hold of that third pitch there, but goes well foul. 1-2 the count. Underwood pitching out there for Communities. Done a pretty good job so far. Didn't allow a hit during his first inning in that bottom of the third inning. 2-2 the count after that pitch is a little bit out low. Duncan gets contact but drives a foul. Still, count remains 2-2. Here's a pitch from Underwood. Duncan again able to make contact. We got a ball just foul. Just goes foul as Community's not able to make a play on it. Count remains 2-2 to Joe Duncan at bat for the Wildcats. Wildcats had a great first 2 innings, putting up 6 runs in those first 2 innings. Unable to do anything in that third inning. Pitch is just a bit high there. Count goes to full 3-2 to Joe Duncan for the Wildcats. And here's the pitch from Underwood. Ball's low. Joe able to work a walk on that. Good at bat there from Duncan, able to falls behind, but able to work a walk. Gets on base for the Wildcats to start the inning. We got Jaron Morris coming to the plate for the Wildcats. Morris is 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. Here's a pitch from Underwood. Morris makes contact, but right to center field. And Community will make the out. 1 out in the inning.
Now batting for your hometown Tullahoma Wildcats, number 30, Reagan Tomlin.
That'll bring Reagan Tomlin to the plate for the Wildcats. Reagan is 2 for 2 from the plate. Hit a solo home run to right field during his first at-bat and then singled in the bottom of the second inning. He'll come to bat with a runner on first base. Underwood goes to first. Duncan makes it back easily. Got a 6-3 ball game here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Tullahoma leading Community with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Underwood again goes back to first base. Duncan able to make it back easily again. And we finally got a pitch from Underwood. Ball well outside. Ball 1 to Reagan Tomlin.
Camden. Yeah. Oh, they've also warmed up.
Here's the pitch. Tomlin fouls it back. And Duncan was running on that play. Looked like the Wildcats were trying to put on a hit and run during that at-bat. Ball goes foul, though. 1-1 count to Reagan Tomlin coming up. Here's Underwood goes back to first base. Duncan back easily. I got a pitch from Underwood. Tomlin makes contact that is able to fall in between short and third base there for a base hit. That's Tomlin's 3rd base hit of the night.
Now up to the plate for the Tullahoma.
That'll move Duncan over to second base on the play. Wildcats have runners on first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning with a 6-3 lead. Brody Melton coming to the plate for the Wildcats. Melton singled during his first at-bat, drew a walk. He's 1 for 1 on the evening. Here's the first pitch from Underwood. Ball goes foul. Solid contact there from Brody. Ball just goes foul on that play. 0-1 count. And here's the pitch. Ends up beating Brody on that play. Base is now loaded for the Wildcats with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning with a 6-3 lead.
Now up to the plate for your hometown Tullahoma Wildcats, number 18, Evan Tomlin.
That brings to the plate Evan Tomlin, who's 0 for 2 on the evening tonight. Struck out during his first at-bat and hit a fly ball in the right field. We're looking to try to break this game open for the Wildcats here. Bases loaded with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Community brings the infield in, trying to get that run at the plate. Here's the pitch. Tomlin lines the ball, but just travels foul. Just scoots foul in that play. So it'll be 0-1 count to Evan Tomlin coming up. Wildcats hold a 6-3 lead over Community. Here's the pitch. Ball well outside, 1-1 the count. Tomlin swinging for the fences on that one. Unable to make contact. Count goes to 1-2. Tomlin's got quite a bit of power, but unable to do anything with that pitch there. Here's the pitch from Underwood. Tomlin makes contact, but that ball will go foul. So we got a 1-2 count still for Tomlin. Tomlin gets back in the box. Here's the pitch from Underwood.
There we go.
Tomlin able to make contact, drive it into right field. That's going to play to pair runs for the Wildcats. Tomlin looked like he was going to be stuck in no man's land, but it makes it back to first. And 2 RBI single there to give the Wildcats an 8-3 advantage here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It was a good at-bat from Evan Tomlin. Pitch looked like it was going to be outside. Tomlin able to follow through on that, drive it to right field for 2 runs.
Wildcats, welcome back, number 10, Jacob Dixon.
And we got Jacob Dixon coming to bat for the Wildcats here. It's Wade pinch hitting for Wade Collins. And he gets a rather quiet ovation for the Wildcats.
Yes, it is.
As he makes his return. And Dixon steps out of the box after quite the ovation from the crowd here in Tullahoma.
I hit him back in the saddle again.
I like it.
Tullahoma with runners on the corners with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the first pitch to Dixon, strike 1.
You know what it looks like, kid. Come on, get a hit, baby. Who do you go in for? Wade. He's in for Wade Collins.
This is the first game for Dixon on the season. Good to see him back in the lineup. Pitches outside as Tomlin able to swipe second base on the play. That's Tomlin's 2nd stolen base on the evening. One count to Dixon. Here's the pitch from Underwood. Dixon able to make contact, but the ball will just trickle foul. Looked like must have hit him before that. Ball was initially foul. Count goes to 1-2. With 1 out here at the bottom of the 4th inning for the Wildcats. Here's the pitch from Underwood. Ball's low. 2-2 count to Dixon at Brody down there at third base cheering on his teammate. Dixon makes contact, but again, just off of his leg there, goes foul. Count remains 2-2 with one out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Wildcats with a 8-3 lead and runners on second and third. Here's the pitch from Underwood. Dixon again makes contact. This time goes well foul. Count remains 2-2. Pitch gets away a little bit. Count moves full to Dixon. Tullahoma leads 8-3 here in the bottom of the fourth inning with one out here with a full count to Jacob Dixon. Here's the pitch. Dixon makes contact, but again goes foul. Count remains full.
What's going on? Getting baseballs.
And we got a stoppage here as the umpire's needing some baseballs. Jacob definitely got quite the ovation for the Tullahoma crowd. You can still hear some fans egging them on a little bit and rooting for him. And we'll get set here as the count is full to Dixon, and he has a pair of runners on base. His Wildcats have runners on second and third with one out here at the bottom of the fourth inning. Dixon again makes contact, ball goes foul though, so count remains full with one out.
Got this, man.
And here's a pitch from Underwood. Able to get Dixon swinging there for the strikeouts.
Welcome back, Jacob.
Even despite the results, still gets a huge ovation from the Tullahoma crowd as Dixon goes back to the dugout.
Number 5, Owen Stroup.
It's 2 outs now here in the bottom of the fourth inning for the Wildcats. It's Owen Stroup coming at bat. Owen is 0 for 1 on the day after drawing a walk during his first at bat. First pitch for Underwood's high. Ball 1 to Owen Stroup. Ball stays outside. 2-0 the count to Stroup. Tullahoma grabbed the early lead against Community in this ballgame with the 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning, before tacking on 4 more in the second and 2 more this inning. We got 3-0 count coming to Owen Stroup. Here's a pitch from Underwood. Ball stays outside, works a 4-pitch walk. That'll load the bases for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Now to the plate for the Tullahoma
We got
Wildcats.
Jaden Eggleston coming to the plate for the Wildcats. Eggleston is 0 for 1 on the evening after hitting a sacrifice fly to right field during his first at-bat and then hitting a fly ball into left field during his second at-bat. There's the first pitch. Ball's low, ball 1. Wildcats with the bases loaded here at the bottom of the fourth inning with a 5-run lead. Trying to break this game more open for the Wildcats. Count goes 2-0 to Eggleston. Here's the pitch from Underwood. Eggleston able to make contact, but center fielder's able to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Wildcats get a pair of runs in the frame, open up an 8-3 lead, and we'll be back here on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority Light Tube Fiber Internet offers true gigabit service to our customers. We pride ourselves on speed, but the backbone of that speed is local tech support, unmatched customer service, and professional service technicians. To sign up, call 455-4515 to gain the reassurance of light tube reliability.
And welcome back to Grider Stadium. We're here in the top of the 5th inning. Tullahoma with an 8-3 lead over Community. Here in the top of the 5th inning. Got Stratton Lavorne leading it off for Community. Lavorne is one for one on the evening after hitting a single in the top of the 3rd inning for Community. Later scored a run. First pitch to him goes for a ball. 1-0 the count. Got Camden Quick on the mound for the Wildcats now after the infield shifted a little bit. Got Brody Melton moving over to first base for the Wildcats. DJ Dillhay over at second. Reagan Tomlin moves to shortstop. And Jaron Morris over to third base for the Wildcats. Got a 1-1 count here. Have a quick discussion between Quick and Eggleston. Quick gets set. Here's the pitch. Gets Lavorne swinging on that one. Count goes to 1-2. Quick has a little bit more speed than Dillhay, who got pitched 4 innings for the Wildcats, allowed 3 runs. Here's the pitch from Camden. Gets him swinging over it. Ball gets away. Eggleston throws it down to first base for the out. 1 down in the top of the 5th inning.
Now up to the plate for Community. Center fielder number 1, Mackie Fleming.
He's a good first batter for Camden out there on the mound. Falls behind 1-0, but able to get the strikeout. And we'll go back to the top of the lineup as Mackie Fleming comes up to the plate for Community. Fleming drew a walk during his last at-bat and later scored on a base hit from Dylan Morris. First pitch is a ball to Fleming. Here's the second pitch from Quick. Gets some swing in that one. Brought the heat there on that one. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch from Quick. Ball inside for a strike. Good pitch there from Quick. 1-2 the count. Wildcats with an 8-3 lead here in the top of the 5th inning with 1 out. Here's the pitch from Quick. Pitch is outside. And Quick able to get him swinging there. It's 2 quick outs on back-to-back strikeouts for Camden Quick out there on the mound for the Wildcats.
Number 12, Corey Patrick.
That'll bring Corey Patrick to the plate, who's 0 for 2 on the evening. Patrick struck out during his first at-bat and flew to right field during his second plate appearance. Here's the first pitch from Quick. Able to get him swinging. Strike 1. Quick with some good movement on his pitches out there. Keeping those Community bats off balance. There's a pitch from Quick. Ball stays in the zone. Strike 2. Quick looking for a quick inning after striking out the first 2 batters on the evening. Here's the pitch from Quick. Ball goes well outside that one. That time couldn't get the batter to help him out on that one. Count goes to 1-2. Here's the pitch from Quick. Ooh, look like there might be a check there. Rolls it a ball. Count goes 2-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. And the pitch from Quick is a little high there. Count goes full. It's a good at bat from Patrick. After falling behind 0-2, count goes full now with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch from Camden. Ball goes outside, finds the corner, strikes out the side. Quick. Good inning of work for Camden Quick out there on the mound. And we'll be back here on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Is lag hurting your gaming? Is a weak signal stalling your social media posts? Are constant updates slowing down your productivity? TUA LightTube has a solution. Enroll in our mesh router service starting at $9.95 a month. With the ability to cover your home with increased signal strength, you can increase productivity and whole home happiness. Start winning today by calling TUA LightTube customer service at 455-4511.
Welcome back to Grider Stadium. Tullahoma leads Community 8-3 as we head toward the bottom of the 5th inning. Zach?
Yes, sir.
So far, Tullahoma consistent offensively.
They have been added 2 during that bottom of the 4th inning to open up an 8-3 lead.
Lavorne now on the mound for the Vikings, and DJ Dillahay, the top of the order, will lead off for the Wildcats.
Yeah, DJ is 2 for 3 on the evening. Hit a double during the top of the 1st inning and added a single in the top of the 2nd inning, or bottom of the 2nd inning.
Nice job of play-by-play there. Got us a couple of runs. There's a high pop out of play. 1-1 to count on DJ Dillahay.
That's probably 2 of my kids.
Tullahoma trying to add to an 8-3 lead. Wildcats could end it here with, 5 runs?
Yeah, they would need 5 and send everybody home happy.
Dillahay can get the Wildcats started. Top of the order. And there is a base hit, left center field. This one's going to go to the wall. DJ could get 3. They haven't gotten the ball in the outfield yet, and DJ's still running. DJ Dillahay stand-up triple to lead off the bottom of the 5th.
That was a great at-bat there from Dillahay, able to drive that into left center field for that triple.
Senior number 9,
Joe Duncan steps in.
Duncan is 1 for 2 on the evening. Hit a single and drove in Dillahay in the bottom of the 2nd inning, and then drew a walk in the bottom of the 4th inning. Scored 2 runs on the evening for the Wildcats.
Lavorne's pitch is high. 1-0 the count to Duncan. Teams trying to identify their pitchers for the playoffs. Tullahoma's moving everybody around tonight, enjoying senior night with a 5-run lead, as that's called strike 1 on Joe Duncan. Nice crowd on hand tonight here at Grider Stadium. And we appreciate you watching on Light Tube. Duncan swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Nobody out. Dillahay on 3rd after a leadoff triple.
Yeah, he just swung over that pitch right there. Tried to do too much on that swing.
And there's a foul ball. Soft liner out of play. Good to see Jacob Dixon get a at bat here. Dixon, 3-sport athlete for 4 years here at Tullahoma High School. Injury took him out of baseball, but Got a bat in. There's a drive way back. This ball is going to be caught by the center fielder. Nice play. Dillahay will score, so it's an RBI sacrifice fly for Joe Duncan, and the Wildcats lead 9-3. I thought that ball was hit harder than it actually was.
Yeah, it looked like it was gone off the bat, but ball just died out there in center field. Community able to get the first out of the inning.
Jaron Morris will bat against Lavorne. Nobody on now, one down. Way outside, ball one.
Yeah, Morris is 2 for 2 on the evening. Hit a couple singles, and then flew out during his last at-bat.
Their defense is playing deeper now in the outfield.
Outside again, ball two to Morris.
Well, and they've had 2 different kids out there. That's where they're playing.
2-0 the count on Jaron Morris, one down. We're in the top of the sixth.
He's got to get a hittable pitch first to take.
No, he said he hit. He gave him the hit.
You're up 9-3 right now.
He went like this.
Outside ball four, and Jaron Morris works his way for a walk.
Now stepping up to the plate for your hometown.
Morris still a little hobbled by a pitch he took as a catcher off his foot. And he's been hobbling ever since, but staying in the game. Reagan Tomlin, the cleanup batter, steps to the plate with one out, a man on first.
Yeah, Tomlin is 3 for 3 on the evening with the solo home run in the bottom of the first inning, and then hit a pair of singles.
Takes high ball one.
Boy, he's completed already. Look at that posture. Wow.
1-0 the count on Reagan Tomlin, senior.
Oh,
And there's a high pop. Center fielder camps under it, makes the catch. 2 down here in the bottom of the fifth.
now up to the plate for Tullahoma, number 17, senior Brody Melton.
Melton with runner on first and 2 down steps in. Brody tonight.
Yeah, Brody's 1 for 1 at the plate. Hit a single during his first at bat, and then drew a walk, and then was hit by the pitch near in his next at bat, or his last at bat.
Brody tries to wait on it, fouls it away. Community using its third pitcher of the night. Morris started for the Vikings, then Underwood, now Lavorne. Low, 1-1 to count on Brody Melton.
Thing about Brody is he's got a lot of power, but he's also patient up there at the plate. Waits for his pitch.
High, 2-1. Yes, Volunteer State's getting a good one in Brody Melton. He'll be a good team leader for the Pioneers there in Gallatin. Noticed a number of these seniors are headed to Montlow State after graduation. Be interesting to see if any of them try to be a Buck. 3-1 the count on Brody Melton. Melton takes it inside, ball 4, and Tullahoma's got runners at first and second with 2 down.
Cannon Emery is in.
Cannon Emery steps in for the Wildcats.
Tullahoma Wildcats, senior number 23, Cannon Emery.
Coach Brian Morris trying to find a way to get all his seniors in.
It's his first at bat of the year.
Cannon has not been at the plate yet this season. We've seen him on the mound. But the senior getting an opportunity to hit tonight, with runners at first and second and 2 outs. You know, you'd think now that in this day and age that the manager could just like text the umpire, right? Number 23 is coming in to bat. Lavorne way outside, gets away from the catcher. Runners will advance. Tullahoma now with runners at second and third. Melton and Morris.
Camden's going to bat.
Emery with a chance to drive in a couple of runs here with a base hit. Tullahoma leads 9-3 here in the fifth. Outside, ball 2. The Wildcats can run rule the Vikings with 3 more runs here in this inning.
Just let them all come up.
Yeah, they'll need to plate 4 runs here in this inning to make it a
Yeah,
10-run ball game.
You're right. I can't add. Lavorne quickly delivers. Swung on and missed. Threw on a 3-0 pitch.
Emery was trying to be determined to do something during his one at-bat on the season.
He got the go sign. Coach Morris letting him go tonight. 3-1 pitch. Strike 2.
May have helped out Lavorne there and got him a little more confidence.
3-2 pitch, 2 down. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Big strikeout for Lavorne there. Nice job. We've played 5 here at Tullahoma. The Wildcats lead the Community Vikings 9-3. Zach, let's talk a little Tullahoma High School.
Yeah, we had some exciting news happen a couple weeks ago. News came out today that Tullahoma had 5 students medal at the Skills USA state competition, including 3 students who will be on nationals after receiving a gold medal in the Skills USA State Leadership Conference. So great for Nicholas Zemecki, Jackson Hamlin, and Jonathan Ralston, who all competed in the automated manufacturing technology competition portion of that Skills USA Leadership. So great outing from Tullahoma students. And then you had Kelsey Evans and Marissa Drummond also received silver medals. So great for the THS CAD program there.
Great job by those young Tullahoma Wildcats competing in Skills USA. It's just getting bigger and bigger. Skills USA program. And Motlow State Community College also involved in that Skills USA competition, and we'll have a release soon, if we haven't, about their finish. But I know some national qualifiers from Motlow, so kids around here tend to do pretty well in those kind of subjects. We're blessed to have a lot of smart folks around here make smart kids.
Absolutely.
So we'll head to the top of the 6th here with Tullahoma leading Community 9-3. Vikings have seemed to kind of hang in there despite being a little bit overmatched here. Tullahoma's, is that Quick still on the mound for the Wildcats?
That's still Camden Quick out there.
Quick got 3 up, 3 down in the 5th.
Yep, struck out the side during his first inning of work out there on the hill.
Now to the plate for Community, shortstop, number 9, Mason Russell.
Everybody again fighting for a chance to get to play during the playoffs. Quick, left-hander. Swung on and missed, strike 1.
That gets Mason Russell there swinging. Russell is 1 for 2 on the evening. Hit a single during the second at-bat for Community.
3, 4, and 5 hitters up here in the 6th. The Vikings need to take advantage of their opportunity to get back in this thing. Pitch is low from Quick, 1-1. Quick delivers, and there is a shot to right field, and Reagan Tomlin on the run makes the catch for out number 1 for the Wildcats.
That was a great play out there in right field from Reagan Tomlin as that ball was lined right at him. He was able to make that catch for the first out of the inning.
And you know that looks easy until you stand out there and that line drive, hard hit line drive's coming right at you, and then it's a whole different thing. Brian Morris is going to make some sort of change here. I think in left field, Owen Stroup coming off the field, and we'll see who replaces Owen.
Avery Smith.
Say it again.
Avery Smith.
Avery Smith, who's pinch run a couple of times tonight, will take over in left field.
Number 28, Avery Smith, taking over left field.
Again, Coach Morris trying to get all his seniors in, trying to get everybody in, looks like.
Yeah, it looks like everybody. That Smith, just a sophomore out there taking out in left field.
Quick, set to deliver to Morris. With one out here in the top of the 6th inning. 0-1 the count on Morris, who started the game at pitcher. Was not especially effective.
No, but he has been pretty effective from the plate. Is 2 for 2 on the evening with a pair of singles and a run scored.
Swung on and missed. Nice pitch from Quick. Oh-2 pitch. Way inside, swung on and missed. He struck him out. Well, the Vikings are swinging at everything.
Now up to the plate.
And Quick's doing a great job of enticing them.
Gage Underwood.
Yeah, Morris got tied up there on that pitch. Is Quick able to get his 4th strikeout on the evening.
See what head coach Brian Morris is doing here.
Balin Tootin is going to center field for Joe Duncan.
Number 19,
Balin Tootin
will come in.
We'll head to center. Oh, the seniors are getting a chance to walk off sort of one at a time here and get their applause. That's what this is about. Senior night. I like coaches who understand the significance of the moment.
Absolutely. Makes this night a little bit more special all around.
Yeah. Some don't, And it's easier to do when you're up 9-3.
That certainly helps.
Quick delivers outside. 1-0 the count. As this is Underwood, Gage Underwood.
Yep, Underwood is 0 for 2 on the evening with a pair of groundouts.
Let's just make the trifecta here. A little bit low to Underwood. Good eye. 2-0 the count. Swung on and missed. 2-1.
Quick got Underwood to chase on that one. Good pitch there from Camden. That pitch was low and outside to Underwood. Count goes 3-1 now.
Our next live sports broadcast will be August 18th, 7 o'clock, Wilkins Stadium. 3-2 the count on Underwood, Tullahoma and Shelbyville. Be interesting to see which direction the Golden Eagles go with the Cade Cunningham graduated. He's been their offense for 3 years.
It'll be interesting to see how Tullahoma also does, losing quite a bit of seniors and a new head coach coming in and Coy Sisk taking over.
Pitch is outside. Underwood draws a walk from Camden Quick with two outs. Yeah, and some think, the Wildcats.
Colton Emery going to catch for Jaden.
Senior number 22.
Jaden Morris has seen his last
That was Jaden Eggleston coming out of the
Jaden
game.
Eggleston has seen his last playing time for this game as he is replaced at catcher by Colton Emery. So Camden Quick pitching to Colton Emery. A lot of versatility.
Oh, yeah.
Wildcats defensively. Got guys that can play all over the place. Emery says he's ready. Camden Quick's ready. 2 outs, man on first. And this is Holly. Sam Holly steps in.
Holly struck out in his first 2 at-bats. See if Quick can get him for a 3rd time.
Fouled away, strike 1. Tullahoma leads 9-3. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Short lead at first base. Quick's pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 2.
Yeah, Holly had no idea what to expect on that pitch and was just guessing fastball.
And Quick took a little something off just at the right time, pulled the string. 0-2 is the count. Camden Quick. Inside. 1-2. Quick delivers, swung on and missed. He struck him out. So nothing doing for the Vikings in the top of the 6th. Tullahoma leads Community 9-3 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Light Tube specifically played into our mission when we separated from our parent company and became an employee stock ownership program. We had to be disconnected from a large network and exist on our own. We needed relatively high speed connectivity, which we got at about a 200% discount with Light Tube. Businesses can get beyond what most businesses in the country can get from Light Tube as far as internet connectivity.
Tullahoma leads Community 9-3 as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Lavorne still on the mound for the Vikings. And we honestly have no idea who's going to bat here in this bottom of the 6th inning, as Coach Brian Morris has played or trying to play just about everybody on the squad on senior night.
He's taking his stuff off.
And
We
it looks
thought
like
Camden Quick was going to be coming to the plate, but looks like he is taking off his gear.
Coach Morris talking to the Wildcats. So whatever's going on, he's explaining. And we'll have a batter here momentarily.
Look at him, he's arguing. He got it, he won.
We are going to have Quick come out there.
Camden Quick fights for the opportunity to
Now
bat
stepping up to the plate
and gets it.
for your hometown Tullahoma Wildcats. Senior.
Camden, of course, the son of
Camden
Tullahoma principal Dr. Jason Quick.
His first at bat of season 2, I think.
Let's see if Camden can make his manager's belief pay off. First pitch from Lavorne outside.
Shows a good eye on that first pitch.
He was hitting in Wade's flat.
Yeah, if I beg to go bad, I'm probably swinging at everything.
So who's that putting up?
Quick, swung on and missed.
Yep.
1-1 to count.
He ain't even been in. He's got a hurt on him.
He can hit.
1-1 pitch. Low and inside, ball 2.
Oh, he's
He
done
decided not to have surgery, and he's not going to Ball State. He might happen today.
Lavorne's pitch to Camden Quick is low, ball 3. See if Quick can work a walk out of Lavorne. Get the Wildcats started here in the bottom of the 6th. Tullahoma 4 runs away from a walk-off. Called strike 2. Tough for all of us in the press box to let that one go past.
Yeah, we were all rooting for Camden to get there on base. His first at-bat of the season.
3-2 pitch, outside, ball 4, and Camden works his way for a base on balls. So Tullahoma has the leadoff runner on base here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Now stepping up for the Tullahoma Wildcats, senior, number 6, Trenton Sholey.
Trenton Sholey will bat for Tullahoma. Sholey, a senior who transferred over from Franklin County a couple of years ago.
0 at bats on the season also.
Sholey has not hit yet this year.
It's the game of the PO's hitting.
Lots of guys who've taken a lot of batting practice, getting an opportunity here tonight.
Oh, yeah, this is the fun moment in this game when Tullahoma has a 6-run advantage, so makes for a great senior night for these guys.
Called strike on Sholey. With Quick at first.
When he makes contact, he goes somewhere. He doesn't hit very often.
0-1 count on Trenton Sholey. High and inside, ball 1.
Practice with Pure. He plays shortstop, but didn't get to hit. Couldn't take it. Who's up next? Yeah.
Fouled back this way by Sholey. 1-2 the count now on the Tullahoma senior.
No, Coco.
He'll get some pitching time in the playoffs for sure. Sholey's looked good on the mound for the Wildcats.
Coco's got a hell of a
And the 1-2 pitch from Lavorne, called strike 3. So Sholey out on strikeout, 1 down here in the 6th.
Now batting for the Tullahoma Wildcats.
Quick remains
number
at
3,
first.
Colton Emery.
And Colton Emery will step in for Tullahoma. Colton, a part-time starter for the Wildcats. Runner remains at first in the form of Camden Quick. 1 out. Outside, ball 1.
He's doing pretty good on straight
There's a high foul out of play. 1-1 count. Emery, who entered the game at catcher, takes strike 2.
Yeah, Emery's taking Eggleston's place in the lineup now with his first at-bat on the evening.
1-2 pitch. Missed, ball 2. Lavorne checks on Quick, delivers, foul tip. Emery stays alive. 2-2 the count. Two balls and 2 strikes. Emery, foul tips. Strike 3.
He was hoping for another. That he had another opportunity there.
Well, it's caught by the catcher. So
DJ needs is a home run hit the cycle.
2 down now, and DJ Dillahay. We go back to the top of the order with the runner on first, and Dillahay steps
Number
in.
21, DJ Dillahay.
This is the time.
Yeah, Dillahay is 3 for 4 on the evening. Just a home run shy of hitting the cycle after leading off the game with a double, then a single, and then his last at bat hitting a triple.
You know, the cycle would be spectacular.
Oh, it would be fantastic to see.
Don't see that in high school baseball very often. There's a high pop right field. Got under it just a little bit. To Dillahay. It's caught for out number 3. You got to hold 'em Wildcats. We move to the 7th. Tullahoma leads Community 9-3 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority now has a branch at 501 West Lincoln Street. The drive-through only branch located in the old Citizens Tri-County Bank will be open on utility and light tube bill due dates and the day before and after a TUA observed holiday. Check a complete list of dates at tullahomautilities.com.
We make our way to the top of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Community Vikings. And on the mound for the Wildcats is senior Reagan Tomlin.
I should have played the Mexican hat dance.
Yes, you should have.
DJ Dillahay moves to first.
This could end it right here.
Evan Tomlin is at second. Brody Melton at short. Jaron Morris at third. Owen Stroup is in left field. Tootin is in right field. And Wade Collins are in center field, and Evan Tomlin is in right field. Collins at second. Tomlin, 2 quick strikes.
The Blaine Pascal batting for Community.
What's Pascal done tonight?
He is 0 for 2 on the evening. Struck out and flew out to right field.
This is it until May 5th, right?
DJ Dillahay will be the pitcher of record for the Wildcats as he went, 4.5 innings?
Yeah, he ended up going 4 innings. Solid outing on the hill for the Wildcats. Gave up 3 runs.
1-2 the count. Reagan Tomlin, the southpaw, in there, strike 3. Tomlin gets the batter looking to open the bottom of the 7th, or the top of the 7th.
Because we may host 5 seed.
Now to the plate for Community. Designated hitter.
That'll bring Drew Harris to the plate, who's 0 for 2 on the evening. Grounded out and struck out during his 2 at-bats.
12 strikeouts for Wildcat pitchers tonight.
And they all split with each other.
Not a bad number.
No.
I don't know what the tiebreaker is.
21 outs, strike out 12. Pretty good percentage. Chances are you're going to win that game. Tomlin's delivery. It's ball 2.
Yeah, DJ Dillahay, who got the start for the Wildcats, had 6 of those strikeouts, while in 2 innings, Camden Quick added 5 strikeouts for the Wildcats.
Quick was really sharp. See if Reagan can match it. 2-0 pitch. There's a soft liner. Be taking it short. Quick throw to first in time for out number 2. Melton. A little showmanship here in the top of the 7th by Brody Melton. It's senior night, why not?
Yeah, these guys are out there just having fun and enjoying it right now.
That's what it's all about.
That'll bring Stratton Lavorne to the plate, who is 1 for 2 on the evening. Hit a single during his first at-bat, struck out his last plate appearance.
Lavorne, last couple of innings as pitcher for Community. That's outside ball 1. 2 down here. Tullahoma trying to finish it off. The Cats lead at 9-3. Just over 2 hours of baseball playing time here. Pretty typical for a high school baseball game. Swung on and missed. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, Reagan had Lavorne chasing at that one.
Zach, we really appreciate you coming out and helping us out tonight here on Light Tube.
Hey, it's been a lot of fun. I appreciate you letting me here in the box.
He got him. Look, he rung him up. That's a strike.
1-2 the count. Tomlin, 1 strike away from closing out this senior night.
Come on, Ray.
Against Lavorne. There's a grounder to first. Just foul. What's the Wildcats' record again, Doc?
They are 16-12 on the season.
16-12, so the Cats trying to get to 17-12. A couple of more games left, I think, before the regular season finishes off.
There are 2 more games for the Wildcats on the season. They'll close out the year on Monday.
Tomlin's pitch, ball 2.
I'm not sure. Monday, the weather does not look good. Probably have to play
Lavorne steps back in. Tomlin delivers. Check swing called, strike 3. Reagan Tomlin sets down Lavorne, and you can wrap this one in cardinal and black. The Tullahoma Wildcats have defeated the Community Vikings by a score of 9-3. That's going to do it for us here on the Light Tube Sports Network. For Chris Barstad and Zach Birdsong, I'm Scott Chastain. Be good to each other.